Hello, Ryan here, and welcome to Star Citizen Sunday. This is a weekly show which covers all of the news from the week just past. Be sure to subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get on with it. This week, Alpha 315 expands to the open PTU. We check out Pyro's space stations as they build them out. Plus, CIG sneakily reveals a few new ships in the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo trailer. So before we begin, a quick update regarding Alpha 315 and its release. Currently, it is still on the PTU, but it is now Wave 3, so open to everyone. The latest patch was 315.0Q, and they have fixed a lot of bugs, along with a lot of polish passes, just to make it a lot more of a smooth and enjoyable experience. Now, I am still loving the crap out of this build. It's not without its fair share of bugs, of course, but it's nothing more than we're already used to with 314. And I would even say that 315 PTU is far better in terms of general bugs than 314 Live ever was. I do 100% expect a live release next week, but we are not going to be waiting long now. While we are waiting though, I am currently playing 315 over on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays, so feel free to pop in and say hello. You are all more than welcome, and if you have any questions regarding Star Citizen or Alpha 315 or even the IAE and the new ships coming, then be sure to get them asked, but we will not be waiting long until 315 is live. So the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is coming, which is the biggest annual ship show in the verse, and it will be once again held at Microtech's Tobin Center. Now this is kicking off on November 19th and lasting until December 1st, in which all the ship manufacturers will be showing off their ships each day, where players can head to in-game, check out the ships, but also rent almost all of them for free to try them out. Now there will also be a free fly happening, meaning Star Citizen's PU is free to play from November 19th until December 1st. And all you need to do is create an RSI account. You do not need to spend a single penny on the project. So if you have a friend or if you know of someone who has the game, ask them for their referral code, which will grant you 5,000 United Earth credits or in-game credits, plus give them a little kickback as well. If you don't know anyone, then feel free to use the code in the top left-hand corner or the link in the description below. But all you need to do is create an account so that you are ready, wait until November 19th, and then Star Citizen is free for you to try. Now in regards to the Expo, there are many ships that we have heard about, many in active development, some of them not necessarily revealed, but we have had them leaked, and I suspect most of them will be revealed at this year's IAE. In fact, even in the IAE trailer, we can see a few sneaky glimpses at these ships, so let me just break that down and point them out to those of you who are yet to see them. So firstly, the trailer kicks off looking at the Crusader Ares Ion blasting a hole in the Idris. We know the Ares Starfighters Ion and Inferno and the Aegis Redeemer are all going to be released for the IAE, so it is nice to see it in action. In the next shot, we can see hidden away down here in the lower right hand corner of the screen a new ground vehicle, which is likely the Anvil Spartan, and this is built upon the famed Anvil Atlas chassis that the Ballista uses, which was hinted at in the Liberator information. Now we don't know exactly what this vehicle is or what it does, but I would hazard a guess at either an APC style or armoured personnel carrier vehicle, allowing you to move troops into a battlefield while protected, or even a cargo truck, both of which I would be very happy about, but if I was to put my money on one of them, it would probably be the APC. We also got a glimpse at the new Argo Raft, which is a cargo vessel that is apparently known for its tractor beams for efficient transport. Talking of which, we did see this week's sneak peek of what I presume is a Greycat ship-mounted tractor beam. So both I expect we will see at this year's IAE, and a cargo variant from Argo is going to be a beautiful addition. I do love their aesthetic, so an actual cargo vehicle will be perfect. And finally, while the Inverse Stig hugs the Inverse Clarkson, or Jax McCleary, we can see the Misk ship in the background, which is likely the new Misk Odyssey, which is slated to be a small multi-crew exploration vessel. Although wasn't it mentioned that Misk would be releasing a refinery ship? So I don't know, maybe my money's on the refinery ship rather than the exploration ship. I'm not sure there. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, the official IAE countdown post does say that you can test fly over 100 ships for free, new vehicle announcements, and special edition vehicle paints and in-game items. So quite the event lined up this year, and I'm extremely excited to see all of these new ships revealed. Who knows, I may pick one up or maybe CCU my fleet around a little bit, we will see. As mentioned, the link to the official IAE schedule is in the description below, so feel free to check it out for yourself. Each day, the event halls will swap out the manufacturer, letting you check out their ships and rent them all as well. So also this week, Star Citizen Live was with a Star Citizen artist as they go through the process of building out space station interiors. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole process, as obviously Josh, the artist who was presenting this, can explain his process much better than I can transcribing it. But I really enjoyed seeing the process of how they bring these locations to the style that they want them. And the space stations in the Pyro system will be very few and far between, but many of them will be occupied and controlled by gangs. They will have residents, shops, marketplaces and such, and some of them will also just be derelict for us to explore. But we don't know exactly how many space stations there will be in Pyro, but as mentioned, many of them will be controlled by the gangs that live there, and your reputation with each gang will determine how you are treated when you go there. And obviously, if you do something to wrong that gang, then you will have more trouble the next time you go to that space station. Now, it was fascinating to see how they took the existing R&R stations, like what we have in Stanton, and transform them into a sort of rundown, ominous, dark station with dangerous areas and checkpoints with the gangs patrolling. Now, I really look forward to visiting these stations and seeing these gangs and how each one have their own traits and rules and laws in that station. But what I really do look forward to are the derelict space stations. Not necessarily to occupy or take as a base, but more for that alien isolation feeling of exploring and looting and working out maybe what happened. Not to mention the eventuality of creatures and aliens that could be occupying them, not when we first get Pyro of course, but much later down the line, but I am very excited for that. Anyway, this week's Star Citizen Live was certainly worth a watch, and they are doing a great job fleshing out the space stations to bring them to life, full of character, full of lore and history and style, and I'm very excited to get venturing in the Pyro system. So also this week there was a new Galactopedia update, one of which was the full-length article on the Siege of Tiber, which was one of the very early Vanduul attacks. Now, the Galactopedia is one of the best official resources to get up to speed on all of the lore of the verse. Most of the articles are very short as well, which means you can get through a lot of them in a short space of time. There was also a new deep dive style post that explains the 315 medical and healing system and all of its ins and outs. Now, I highly recommend reading this before jumping into 315, as the medical and healing mechanics do affect us all and they will be quite prevalent going forwards in the game, so getting a good understanding of this system is highly recommended. And finally, the latest jump point is available for all subscribers. So that brings us to the end of the show. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. Also, I am able to do this thanks to my very generous patrons and channel members. If you appreciate what I do and would like to help make it even better from as little as $1 a month, all of the links are provided below.